Back outside with Angie Horkin from the Wisconsin Beef Council, grilling some steaks for Memorial Day weekend. We started with this flank steak that we marinated in brown sugar, lime juice,
red wine, a little soy sauce,
garlic,
a little onion.
Yum. And we let it rest. Everybody wants to pull off that steak and cut right into it. If you let a nice big steak like this rest, what, 10, 15 minutes?
Yes.
Cover it foil. We're going to show you what happens.
It's going to cool down, and all those hot juices, which are boiling around from the grill, are going to settle back into their little pockets where they belong. So then when you slice it,
now, special way,
run all over the board. So the grain of this flank, you'll be able to tell which way the grain runs. You'll see the muscles, the striations.
Okay.
You want to slice across it.
Okay.
So that's going to help tenderize it along with the marinade.
And it's still nice and warm. I think people are afraid it's going to be cold if you don't cut it right away, but we tented it with foil and little things. Oh, it's perfect. Look at all the, ooh.
We're losing a little bit of juice, but not bad. We let this one set 15 minutes, and it's still steaming. It's still hot.
Oh, this looks so good. And that's the nice thing about serving a nice big flank steak like this, is that everybody gets a few pieces, everybody's happy. You got the potato salad and pasta salads and everything to go with it, so it's plenty of food.
Plenty of food.
Leftovers I love cold on a salad.
Yes,
really
and
good.
This steak is great leftover.
It is.
It's got great flavor.
Ooh, all right. We'll give that to Ann and have her help us plate it up. And then we're going to get on to steak recipe number 2, which I have to be honest, I have heard about this. I've seen you guys cook with these before. Always wanted to try one. I think they sometimes can be a little hard to find.
Yes, they probably can, but just ask, because all the supermarkets can get them. Festival has them.
Okay.
They're flat irons. It's going to come pre-packaged. So like cryovac, but it'll say flat iron steak right on there. And the beauty of this steak is it's from the chuck. So it has that chuck flavor, but it's also tender, like the tenderloin. So you get the best of both worlds. Now, you don't have to marinate the steak because it's tender. So we're just going to put a glaze on it today, just to give it a little bit of flavor.
Like the flank, do we want to kind of do it more medium rare?
This steak, if you do like your steak more medium to well, this would be a good steak for you.
Okay.
It's very, very juicy, and it'll plump up when you grill it because it's so juicy. And even if you cook this one to a medium or low past, you're still going to have a great eating experience.
So this sounds like it's a great steak for everybody. So it's called the flat iron steak.
Call
ahead. Make sure your grocery store has it. And are they expensive?
No, they're about $5.99 to $6.99 a pound. So compared to a premium tender steak, it's going to be a little more reasonable.
And it serves, like you say, no waste.
There's no
fat,
waste.
There's no bone. There's no nothing.
And this is the whole flat iron, so the whole muscle, like the flank. And this is about 1.5 pounds.
Okay.
So, and you usually serve it like the flank and slice it up too.
Okay.
So.
Okay. All right. So you're going to get to work on I'm going to do a mango salsa to go on top of it.
Salsa.
Okay. What am I doing? Dicing up?
1 red pepper.
Okay.
Diced.
Okay.
And then the recipe calls for 2 mangoes.
Okay.
I bought the jarred mango, which I really like because I don't like taking the time. It's a lot easier to buy the jarred mango.
Okay. And then some jalapeno pepper. I'm dicing that.
It calls for 1 jalapeno, but this jalapeno I bought is huge. So I think we'll just use half.
Okay, sounds good.
And then some kosher salt.
Okay.
And that's it. And that's a fresh mango salsa.
Ooh, yum.
My glaze, I'm going to start with 2 tablespoons of lime juice. You know what? And that lime goes with you.
Okay.
There's a little lime juice in both.
Okay.
2 tablespoons of honey. Honey's a little thick this morning because it's kind of chilly.
It is. Hopefully it'll warm up for this. Yesterday it was hot. Today it's cool. It's like every day is a little, you never know.
Dry mustard, 1 teaspoon.
Okay.
1 teaspoon of cumin. And then a little bit of salt and pepper. And that's it.
I noticed you remove the seeds and the ribs from this. That'll make it not quite as spicy.
I did. I'm a seedless jalapeno person. I like it a little more mild. So this glaze, you can just whip this up right before you're gonna grill.
Okay.
And then just brush it on the flat iron since it's tender. We're not marinating, we're just gonna add a little bit of flavor. Almost like rubbing.
Sure.
Except for we're gonna use a wet glaze.
Do you season the steak before you grill it?
I'm not going to because I've got the salt and pepper in the glaze.
Okay.
So I've got my grill on medium high, so nice medium heat. Put my flat iron on and then glaze the top. And then when I flip it in about 7 minutes, set my timer for 7 minutes, flip it and then glaze the other side. So it'll take about 14 to 15 minutes. Always remember the instant read meat thermometer.
Love those.
And for a nice pink steak, a nice pink flat iron, we want to pull it off at 145 degrees.
You know, I think that's, if you do not have one of those instant read meat thermometers, that's your assignment this summer. Pick one up. You can just get them at any kitchen store. Even they have them at most grocery stores. But we've all had that chicken where you pulled off the grill and it's raw, or the pork that's just way overdone and dry, or a steak that you just totally wanted medium rare and it went too far, and you can't get it back. And
you can't go back.
Yeah, and you can't try putting raw chicken back on the grill after you've taken it off. Oh boy, it's just not as juicy. So invest in one of those instant read meat thermometers. They will be a lifesaver. So off the steak is.
Yeah, and this is the flat iron. I'm going to slice it this way. It's been rusting on the grill because I've had it done a while. So I had the grill off on that side. So we're not losing any juice, but it's still cutting great.
Again, a great, you're going to get your...
This one's definitely 150, but it's still got a little pink in it,
Yep.
so it's still, I'd call it a medium. And it's going to eat delicious.
It does plump up, as you said.
We're going to leave that, and we'll put a little mango salsa with it.
Yeah.
On the
And this
side.
is so pretty. Oh, I didn't do my lime juice. So fresh mango, red pepper, a little bit of jalapeno, a little bit of salt in here, a little bit of lime juice. And this is one of those things where you can make this ahead of time and it just dresses up. These fresh salsas are something you get at a restaurant and you see it on a plate. Make it at home. It's no big deal. I mean, it's easy breezy. Pretty, pretty,
A
pretty.
little on the side.
You bet. So for the
Delicious.
kiddos who don't want one, don't want the salsa, but I do. So you got big plans Memorial Day weekend?
Oh, not too much.
Hanging out with the fam?
Yeah, hanging out with the fam, probably grilling.
Me too. Hey, always great to see you, Angie.
Yeah, you too. Have a great
Again,
holiday.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Recipes for that Angie did today, you can get on our website, fox11online.com. Click on the Living tab and recipes. If you don't do the whole computer thing, the Beef Council will be sending those. They can send them out to you, and you might even get them in time if you call today. What's the number?
1-800-728-2333.
All right. Tell them you saw, looking for the recipes you saw on Living with Amy. Thanks, Ange.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend. We'll
You
be back
too.
to wrap things up.